I've been thinking a lot about this vlog and what to do to make it a success, and hopefully make it something that's also entertaining. One of the problems is, for me, is there's so much depth into the runes that it's difficult to decide what to cover and what not to cover at any given moment. So I think we must just start with basics, and I'm going to try and keep this into very short snippets of information every day so that we can walk through it in time. The first question is just normally what people are asked is, what are runes? And I think that's maybe a good point to start the conversation about runes. In essence, for me, the runes are a writing system developed in the Norse countries, Scandinavia. It seems to have developed at around 50 AD, so it's not as old as a lot of other writing systems. By that time, the Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians all had much more extensive writing. There are people that will claim that the runes are only a writing system, and that's it. That's nothing more, nothing less, and we can only discover more about the runes by looking at it as a writing system. And that's true in a certain sense. It's true in the sense that all the rune systems are a fixed set of symbols, each symbol defining a sound, and they are used and put into sequence from sounds to create meaning. And that is what a rune is. So you can't create your own runes, really. You have to understand how each rune relates to a sound. Over time, there were many rune systems, from the elder Furtark, which is the oldest system, to the younger Furtark, Anglo-Saxon. But there are many other rune systems that we need to understand and work with. They all have similarities, similar symbols, because they have got the same origin. But we're talking about a time period of over 1,300 years of development over a large area, people that have different cultures. So the runes are not set in stone like an alphabet today that everybody just accepts. It was different for different people. So the runes, in essence, is a writing system. However, for myself and a lot of other people, we believe that the rune symbols itself comes from a very older age, that it was used and written and carved for reasons of ritualistic purposes, to create meaning on its own. It might not have been used yet as a language because it wasn't into a system of sound yet, but it was used long before we find the first rune row that we can feature and say, there it is, there's the alphabet. So there was some time period that preceded the runes, and the symbolism of the runes are coming from some area that is beyond it. So in conclusion, just the runes are a writing system. Yes, it is a fixed set of symbols in a fixed sequence that can be used to string together to create meaning. But it is also symbolic, and that symbol, like in many other languages and writing systems, each symbol carries much more significance than just a symbol. And that's for today. Thank you for listening.